Hello, this is Brian Resney, President of Resney Wealth Management, bringing you an important update about the economy and the investment markets. Well, we're close to the end of the quarter here for 2021. One quarter essentially left to go. Generally speaking, the economy is chugging along pretty well. We're starting to see parts of the inflation fear that people had beginning of the year kind of abate a little bit. Now, there's parts that are going to be transitory, and there's going to be parts, as I talked earlier months ago, that are going to be permanent. And I firmly believe that people will pay a little bit more for goods and services, certain areas, more than others. But it's not the end of the world. This is not Jimmy Carter Day inflation, as I talked about at the beginning of the year. But will inflation maybe run hot this year at 3%, maybe 3.5%? Realistically, it could. Is that the death sentence to the overall economy? Absolutely not. So again, inflation is here. We're going to have a little bit higher inflation this year than the 2% at the Fed rate, but really what we're seeing with the Federal Reserve right now and their talks and their minutes and their meetings that they've put out, essentially, we probably won't get any rate increases this year. And my gut reaction, or gut thought, I should say, going forward into 2022 is if they do raise rates at all, it might be a quarter point here and then kind of sit back and wait and watch the economy. I think we're going to have very, very low interest rates in this range, give or take a 0.5% higher, 0.5% lower for a long, long time. I do not see the Fed raising rates more than 1% over the next couple years. In fact, if anything, they could stagnate rates, keep them where they're at, and just kind of do a wait and see for the next couple years. So again, not hyperinflation like Jimmy Carter. Certainly, I don't see hyper interest rates going up. I think we're going to have low interest rates for maybe the next decade, too, or the rest of our lives. And that's really part of the overall process with the rest of the world. They've basically brought rates to zero or negative numbers in some other countries, not just the U.S., and that could be here to stay. So, of course, financing's cheap, which is a net positive. Of course, we have a lot of debt as a country. As I've talked before, it will not affect any of our clients. Maybe your kids or grandkids might be affected 30, 40 years down the road, but currently not our clients. Hopefully one day our government gets in the line and actually does what's right and gets some of this fiscal spending in order. But again, they haven't for decades and decades, so I don't plan on that happening anytime soon. So again, the economy will survive. We're going to grow. The U.S. again, as I talked earlier in the year, which is the only place really we're invested at this particular point in time, is doing quite well, better than most other parts of the world. You're even seeing parts of China that aren't, a little bit more lackluster, still growing, but their numbers could be a little bit fudged from time to time. But the U.S. economy is doing well. We're looking to make a couple of portfolio adjustments coming up shortly, so you can watch emails for that in these update videos. But we like where we're at. Things have gone quite well in our opinion year to date. We're looking for those greener pastures as we get into 2022. But as always, and again, I warn you all the time, expect a 10 to 12% correction. We may get one this year. We may not. We've had like 3% pullbacks 4 or 5 times already this year, only to go to new highs. So again, we may not get one of these, but remember, traditionally, 10 to 12% pullbacks yearly is pretty normal, whether it's the bond market, real estate, the stock market. All things are going to have that kind of volatility, so I would definitely expect that going forward, and certainly in the 2022. If you have any questions at all for the firm or myself, please give the office a call or send us an email. And as always, if we need to schedule either a phone review or in-office review, again, call the office. We'd love to do that. We always appreciate your business and your trust. And if you have any friends or business associates that need a real money management firm, our business grows on referrals. So think about us. And I know there's a lot of referrals that came in this year. Again, I thank those clients that did refer clients. And we did actually get a number of new clients this year through referral. So keep those referrals going. We greatly appreciate that. And I can tell you this, your friends that you refer, greatly appreciate working with our firm in addition. Have a safe and profitable day.